Welcome back to Work with Rita. So, let's take a look at this homepage. This needs to be done. And what's really funny is I went to my folder where my homepage lives, and apparently I started on this like literally twice. And I don't even remember doing that. I was so busy with my mother that I was just running on empty. So, oops. I've already started this. So what I've done before I hit record is I went ahead and just copied everything and put it on a Google Doc that I've already started, by the way. I don't even remember what this said. So this is AI instructions. I was creating instructions. Let me just retrace my steps here. I was creating instructions to hand off to my team on like, hey, go ahead and try to write this. I think I'm just going to do it myself because we're just going to have client work. So that's what I've done. So I'm going to go ahead now and switch to ChatGPT and say, here's my current on-page copy. Help me identify primary and secondary SEO keyword phrase. And while that's thinking, I'm going to go ahead and log into Semrush. Here's my Semrush dashboard. Y'all, I don't work on my own site where everybody else is. So here's my organic keywords. Let's see what keywords we got. This is Semrush. I really like Semrush for SEO management. Okay. Let's take a look at traffic. Not very much. I don't really push a lot of traffic to my site, to be honest. That's not typically how I find my clients. Everybody's different though. Let's look at these keywords. I have to figure out what keyword do I want my website to rank for. That's decision number 1. Virtual assistant for health coaches. I am position number 5 for that. That's pretty good. Not very much traffic. Wellness virtual assistant, health coaching software, best health coaching. Mailing list of nutritionists, health coaching platforms. Let's see what old ChatGPT says. I don't want to be an SEO agency for dietitians. So let me go to this other doc that I started, and that should I already have on here. I already worked this out. Here's what I worked out in a couple of months ago. No, I don't. People are not searching. I'm not searching for agency. Let's see what the Semrush data says. So this is where ChatGPT can help, but virtual assistant is that's first. Blush. Virtual assistant is one of the most I want. Let's see. I want obviously SEO. Email marketing, build funnels, memberships, etc. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at Virtually Empowered. Now this is run by Amanda, who is an absolutely amazing person. And she has an agency, not much different than mine, honestly. And we serve a different audience. Let me just go here. And I'm going to just go right here. And in Semrush, you can look at anybody's website. Let's see what her keywords are. Remote worker, virtual assistant, I hire a copywriter. And she doesn't get a ton of traffic either. She, like me, doesn't really rely on SEO. However, let's see. Here's one of my competitors, keyword list from Semrush. I'm spelling that all wrong. Let's go to our homepage. Oh, no, let's go back to Semrush. This is the way I think. I'm just thinking. Okay, overview. Oh, she doesn't get a lot of traffic. Again, what am I looking at here? Our top pages. Now hiring pursuit is an employment page. She does more like actual VA work, where I'm more like help people launch. Let's look at this. This is what I do when I'm looking at clients' websites and look at their competitors and see like what are they doing. This isn't really optimized. Let's take a look at the headers. I'm just going to copy this. Well, it's so much easier to do this for other people than for myself. Isn't that true? Like for everything. I haven't looked at my homepage in probably like literally 2 years. Like nothing has changed. Are y'all the same way? But you are. It's more like systems. Implementation. I do like this. I'm just going to copy this over to this doc. This is like my brainstorming doc. I like that. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to save this too. I mean, if someone wants ads, look at Kathy. Kathy can do ads. I just don't really do them. As a general. Me and this thing argue all the time. Okay, so let's lead with virtual assistant, even though that's not what I consider myself, but that's what people call me. And just like anybody else's business, you have to go with what people are calling you. This is good. I'm just taking snippets that I like. And I like this. Sometimes I struggle with keeping everything relevant to both beauty business owners and health and wellness people. They're like the same type of clients, the same type of work. Okay. Let's start writing. I am done with the planning, so I'm just going to make another new tab. I'm going to move this one up though. Make tab number 5. Number 1, I'm rename to new home page copy. And then, let me get this. We're going to, oops, dang it, really? Hang on. I want to keep that brief, but I also want to copy some of this over to tab 4. It can be a mess right here, that's okay. Let me send that brief on over. I hate it when it over explains, just do it. Don't try to sell me on it, just do it. Tweaking. Let's write this. Let's write this thing. Back to my scratch document. Make a line. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and move it down under here. And then I'm going to copy all this and highlight it in gray. Like I just want to have that in case I want to come back to it. So this is where we get to the so this is the title. We're just going to do this H1 so it's easy to copy and paste. This is H2. This stupid whatever thing is the worst thing it is ever. I'm going to switch to pages for it. I don't like those little things. Virtual assistant marketing support for health, wellness, and beauty businesses. Done for you. SEO, website design, email marketing, follow memberships, and wrestle with technology. I like that. That's not terrible. So what I like to do when I'm making copy is for buttons, I do this, and then I do this, and I highlight it in yellow so that way it doesn't get missed whenever I'm adding it to the live site. Alright, next section. So this is how I do this. Whenever I'm writing, I get the outline and then I highlight it in green once it's written. So let's write this section, format, switch to pages. Alright, let's go back to our ChatGPT. Okay, great. Let's write this section. Now, I write quite a bit with ChatGPT, so it kind of knows my personality. That cadence is all off. Now, today, as of today, the words that ChatGPT likes are like quietly, simply. So we gotta find those. So this needs to be an H2, which it is. You know how to cure compliance, solving problems, and deliver results that change people. Genuinely, it has these adjectives that are just unnecessary. Somewhere along the way, your job changed. What I like to do, if I don't like it, I'll highlight it in like orange or something. I want to come back to that. I expect to keep your website updated, figure out SEO, write email campaigns, build landing pages, blah, 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 every new idea You could hire an employee that comes with payroll. Put together a team of freelancers that already have those. They want someone they can trust to take those ideas and execution and take out simply and quietly. And that's exactly what we do. So that's just close. Let's see what else it has to say here. I like this better. Let's take that and put it on here. Put it on here. I think I want to, let's see. I want some bullet points or something. And this needs a call to action. Alright, let me just tell ChatGPT what I'm thinking. Can you help? Do changes, bullet points, and a call to action. Now, what's a call to action? I get asked that all the time. A call to action when you tell someone, book now, or email me, follow me, anytime you're calling them to take action, calling on them to take action. I like the best taste. Let's see. That looks better. I'm liking this. Okay, let's look at it. Just going to paste, export new field. Now, why did I say this? Because most of my clients have been business owners for at least like 3 or 4 years. Very rarely get like brand new people. A lot of them like 10 or 20 years. I don't like the job change. I want to say like your to-do list. I'm going to say plenty of those. That's how I talk. Google loves it when you have bold bullet lists, checklists, numbers. Alright, that looks good to me. I'm pretty happy with that except for that job line. So let's just miss that other L. Not that it really matters, but I'm a weirdo and it matters to me. So I just don't like this one line. So let me go back over here. Graphics line. This is kind of what I want to say. I don't want to learn the nitty-gritty details. They just want to understand the strategy or basically what I'm doing. I can't type today because it's still not quite right. It's like too milk toast. I need a little sassy. This is more like it. See how I just like obsess over one stupid sentence? Whatever. Let's be honest. This is the truth. Oh, I like that one too. Alright, I like this one. Alright. The combination. Let's delete that. And make this purple. Great. So let's just copy all this. Do this so I don't want it to get lost because it's not so great at remembering what we decided or what we've done. And the next section, I get read so weird. There we go. And let me highlight that green because we are already working on this. Oops. Did I close it again like a dummy? Yes. Maybe. Yes. Come on now. Sometimes this thing is just terrible. What's funny is before ChatGPT, before AI assisted writing, I really didn't do a lot of copywriting because I agonize over every single thing, but this makes it faster for me to agonize over things. So I use it quite a bit. Oops. Let me just clear off formatting and paste. I already said this part. Let's check the headers. That's H2. This should be H3, and it is. So let me show you what I'm talking about with that. So if I go here and I click on SEO Meta in one click, you can see the headers. It should start with an H1 and then have H2 and then have H3 and then have H4. This is all out of order. It's terrible. So that's why I'm making sure it's correct. And now I've lost my document. Great job, you. There we go, found it. Alright, website design, marketing support. Let me just scoot that tab over to the end. Oh, I'm gonna read all this. Your website, that a website. They don't want visitors, they want client. That's a good way. Alright, let's make this a button. Now, I want to look at how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do like 4 across. That's what I start thinking. Like, do I want to do 4 across? Or do I want this to be like 4 blurbs? Like I start thinking about design as I'm putting this copy together. Alright, let's just move on to the next section of you have great ideas, we take care of the execution. don't see anywhere where I have said who we are. I was way down there. This sounds a lot like me. Let's see what this said. This sounds a lot like me, like the way that I actually talk. What you don't want, probably what you don't want is another consultant who spends hours on strategy. Yes, we want to get stuff done. I need a CTA here. I'll just use this for now. It's not the best, but it'll work. I don't need to say one over and over. Wellness and beauty professionals. And I'm going to tell Chad I did a great job. Great job. Alright, we're getting there. I don't care. I do like it says the suggestion on that header. So let's move this, paste that, over here, get this, and paste that. It's pretty good. I think it really helped having this. Whatever, I did this at my mother's house when she was recovering from her surgery. I think that really has helped. I think that's why this is going so easy. Sometimes I fight with this for quite a bit. Alright, let's do the next one. Next. If it does a good job, I'll say so. If it doesn't, I call it a clinker. I like the direction I leave. You're not starting over everyone. Okay, let's see, this is giving me a suggestion. I don't like the whole without the overwhelm. That sounds so overused. So, but let's go ahead and paste what we've got and we can edit from there. Ongoing support without. Again, I'm just going to highlight this so I can return to it. I'm going to change this to virtual assistant because that is my primary keyword. So I'm going to format a whole lot less for you to worry about. Let's talk about this for your business. That looks good. And do I want to mention this is a retainer? I think I'm just going to keep going and edit at the end. Oops, wrong color, really. Alright, now, let me just put this back in the chat and say, I don't like the overwhelm. I like this one. Relationship and its possibilities. More reading. I need something back from here. I like your to-do list just got shorter. See, it knows me. I'm going to make this an H3. And I like this one. Just make a decision and stick to it. Alright, next. The thing about this can always change. So we don't have to, this is not something that can't change. This isn't something that's like life or death. We can change it later if I don't like it. Okay, I like this a lot. But I want to kind of talk about my personal life a little bit. Like, not, you know, details, but let's see. I like that a lot and want to keep it, but also want to talk about my background. 12 years as a Netherlands marketing director in another country. Company, not country. Company. Spoke on stage more times than I can count. Rolled elbows. Some of the most brilliant business people leave it out. Husband, maybe. Okay. I think that's a good start. Let's see. Let's just change this off. Alright, maybe hire me to outdoors. But I mean, I really started building websites just as a hobby because I'm a huge nerd. This is true. Dog. The other one died. I like it. Okay, let's stick with it and move on. Move on. That's the name of the game. Up next. I feel like I already have the updated teams list. Yes, that is updated. Explains everything. Alright, I like that. That gives me H2. And now let's do it like that. Alright, so while that's thinking, I'm going to log into Surfer SEO, which is what I use to optimize copy. Okay, so I'm logged in, so let's go to content editors. All I really use it for has all this other stuff, but this keyword is going to be virtual assistant, basically. I put code in there for some reason. Sometimes ChatGPT is a silly, silly robot. Okay, we're going to need a brand new website. I feel like this is kind of repetitive, but let's just pop into Surfer and see what we got. I just want to create something. New content. There we go. Virtual assistant. Let's try marketing for a secondary. I don't know, like all this junk. Page. Just let me contact, voice, create a pro. I'm already paying $100 a month. Don't need all this. Don't need any of it. I'm gonna have to switch AI assistants with this if it keeps up with all this junk. Okay. I'm not Ask Surfy. I don't want to Ask Surfy. Like, I use this tool, Surfer, to just make sure that I've got the right keywords in there, and it suggests like alternative keywords, long tail keywords, blah blah blah. And I don't want all this AI stuff. Okay, so it's telling me now I have virtual assistant too many times. Marketing strategy. So let's look up marketing. This is how I do this. Marketing. Every business needs a marketing strategy. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at all these and I'm trying to turn them all green. Not all, with some. So let's just spell it out here. That's green. This is terrible. Let's take a look at these terms. Competitors. So what this tells me is how optimized this are these pages. None of them really are. I can take some of these terms and turn them off. No, that's so stupid. Some of these are just weird. Strategy, yes. Clients, yes. Tasks. Processes. Alright, now let's see what we got. Better. Because we're eliminating. So this tells me the headings that I need. Marketing strategy. I disagree. I'm going to disagree. First. One more place. There. That's two. Got it. These are all terrible. This whole thing doesn't work anymore. Like, this used to be so much better. They put in all this AI crap that's not helping. I feel like this is like when apps all of a sudden were like the thing, and everybody had an app. Like, everybody decides they need AI. They don't. I'm gonna take target market out. Nobody says target market with me. Here's the truth. I'm not going to really optimize this a whole bunch for SEO. I think this is good. So let me go ahead and A, C, then A, delete, paste. Alright, now I'm going to ask. We're at 1 hour. Let me just ask ChatGPT for it. Okay. Please review our work. I really don't like it when it does this, but whatever. Alright, it's a massive improvement. Thanks, you wrote it. This is what it's suggested for that, which is where we like to be. I like this, okay. This is wrong. Wrong. Let me tell you why. We're not building a website. We're building your website. And it's saying to go back to A, but I don't want to build a website. I want to build your website for you. I want to get all up in it. Support. Marketing director. You know what's funny is I quit my job in 2015, and it was a big transition, and it was not a good breakup. Hang on, basically, you didn't see me. Okay. Like, we're going to select here. Yeah, I like that. I am not a newbie to this game. I don't know if I want it right there, but I don't want to lose this. I'm just going to put it right there and make it orange. So, anyway, I quit this job in 2015. I had been there for 12 years, worked my way up. Was really good at my job. But me and the owner, it was just weird. It was a lot. I worked way too much. And at any rate, whenever I left, it was ugly. Like, they blackballed me, all of my contacts. It was so bad. And, yeah, so one of the people that works there that I'm still friends with called me yesterday on a Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. And said that they want to hire me to work on some of their stuff because for 2015. Oh, Lord. 12 years. It's been 12 years. They still can't find anybody that can do what I did, so they want to hire me for like one of stuff, which I thought was funny. I literally laughed out loud. I like this one too. I think I'm happy with this though. I'm just going to put a couple of these somewhere. So next thing to do, let's look at my home page. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look. I don't mind the branding. I actually really like it. This one that's outdated. A lot of this will stay the same. But you know what? We'll do that another day. We have rewritten it. So that's the next step, is to redesign it. And then we'll start working on some of these services pages.